Hello everyone. I am homesick from school today. Got a cold, so I thought I'd just make a little video for my channel and show you guys what some of my rarest minifigures are. Now, these are all custom minifigures, so these aren't any like just like official Lego minifigures. These are all custom printed. And these are not including misprints or recolors or just different parts that I have that are rare. These are full minifigures, and they're also not going to be in order of rarity. They're just going to be uh, ones that are rare. So to start with, this is the Citizen Brick Tricolor BDU minifigure. This minifigure came out many years ago, and they are now extremely sought after. Mostly by like Citizen Brick military collectors, but some just Citizen Brick collectors in general. They're really rare because just of how old they are. And I'd say like resale value is probably $100, maybe more. I won't be selling this one because it's in my collection and I keep things like this. But pretty cool. Old rare Citizen Brick minifigure, and it's in like mint condition. Next up is also an old Citizen Brick BDU minifigure. This is the multicam. It's kind of hard to see through the package, but this one is also extremely rare. Just like the other one, it came out in the same wave. There were three different versions of the BDU. There was the multicam, the tricolor, and the woodland. I don't have a full woodland fig, unfortunately. I'll have to find one someday. I have misprints of it, but I don't have the full version. But this one's also really nice. This one goes for more, I'd say, than the tricolor, just because multicam is more popular, it seems, than tricolor. Um, Resale value at this condition, which is it's mint. There's like no problems with it. It's brand new, just has a different head on it. Resale value, I'd say around 170 or 150. Next up is another Citizen Brick camouflage minifigure. This is the Urban Camouflage. This one is older, but not as old as the BDUs. There were a bunch made of these, but the reason why they're so rare is just because of how sought after they are. I'm very lucky to have a bunch of them and to have gotten them all for, well, when I first got into custom Lego, and also more recently I found someone who sold me a bunch of his for very cheap. So I think I have 8 of these guys now, which I'm very excited about and very happy about. They just have an amazing camouflage pattern. The printing is just so cool. I love the olive details, like with the shotgun shells and the grenade. They also had helmets that were sold individually in the same pattern. The head is a old Eclipse Graphics head. I just think it looks nice on there. But very cool minifigure. This one's in the little case because I like to keep like one of like all my rare minifigures in a little case just for display. I hang them in on my wall. Very nice, very cool minifigure. This one surprisingly um, also would go for around $100. Um, or that's all these prices are what I've seen them go for. And this has all been in the last few years, so they might go for more, they might go for less, depends on the condition and depends on who wants them. But these are just prices that I've seen them go for. These aren't what I'd sell them for, um, because I wouldn't. Most of these I wouldn't sell. They're for my collection. This is the last Citizen Brick figure I'll be showing today. This one is the Army Ranger. This one is also not very old, only about like 4 or 5 years old. This one was also pretty well distributed as compared to the BDU figures, because those were when Citizen Brick was fairly small, and so there weren't as many of them made. These were fairly well known about, but again, they're just very sought after, and so I'm very lucky to have one. This one's also in like mint condition. He has the printed arms and the printed woodland camouflage flak vest, and then with the rigging, he had a printed helmet, and the head that came with the figure, except this is a misprint of it on Nougat, just because I just had it and I thought it looks good. And then I had a Brick Arms web gear and a Brick Arms M16A2 with the optic on there, just because I like the way it looked. Um, okay, so next up, this one's a little bit different than the others. This is my the Minifig Co. limited edition pad printed Jango Fett. Um, and I don't know all what to say about him. I'm not a fan of the Minifig Co. But this minifigure, I just really like the style. It's a really cool figure. The helmet is an official Jango Fett helmet. Um, and so the helmet alone go for like $200, which is just crazy. He's got the original violet legs, which are really cool. The backpack was printed on, everything's pad printed. It just looks really nice. It's a really cool figure. It's really well done. Um, he has a tin that comes with I want to say two different heads as well. But the tin's somewhere else. It's over there. It's not really that important. Um, but yeah, pretty cool minifigure. I bought this from a friend of mine who had one. I was looking for one, and he sold this to me for a very, very good price. Um, Next up, I'll show these guys together. These are both old Eclipse Graphics minifigures, and these guys are pretty rare. They're not extremely valuable just because they're not as sought after. I collect old Eclipse Graphics, and I am a huge fan of Eclipse Graphics. That's the reason why I really like these. I also just think they're super unique, but basically, like the sides aren't printed, and it's just pretty basic. This is like a winter camouflage pattern, and this is like a winter camo, it's like smock that you see, um, like soldiers wearing sometimes. And both the heads are just more modern breacher heads that I just put on there because they look good. But these were available through a collaboration package. So Victor, the owner of Eclipse Graphics, sponsored a collaboration for Brick Fair many, many years ago. And these two figures were part of that collaboration. So if you were part of the collaboration, you got a contributors pack, and these two figures were part of the package. Um, they're just really cool. They're really old. Um, I had two of these. One of them I have turned into a minifigure that I will post at some point. Um, because I wanted the camouflage pattern for a project, and so I was able to find one, and then later found another. Very cool. Very glad I have these. Super cool part of Eclipse Graphics history. And then the last one isn't as exciting. This is the Brickmania sponsorship, or Macon Island sponsorship minifigure. That if you gave them a certain amount of money, um, then you got your name on a board on the ship, like a tile on the ship. And if you gave enough, then they also gave you this exclusive minifigure in what is it, AOR2? I believe that's the camouflage pattern. It's the navy pattern. Well, I guess AOR2 is AOR2 Navy, or is AOR2 Marines? I think AOR2 is Navy. Yeah, I think that's right. Because AOR or is or is AOR1 the desert? I know one of them is like a desert version. One of them's like the green version. This version, but anyway, pretty cool minifigure. I've had this for years. Um, oh, I didn't go over resale values for the last one. The just say like the Jango Fett resale value is probably around $300, 300, 400. So it's very expensive. The Clips Graphics figures, I don't know. You don't really see them being sold that often. I'd probably say around $20 to $25 each. This one, if I were to sell him, I'd sell him for like around 150. That's how much I paid for him. I think that's a fair price. He comes with a custom resin printed hat. Cool figure, but nothing too special. That's all I got for today. Let me know in the comments or hit me up on Instagram if you have any other ideas for videos. I was thinking maybe I could go over like some of my rare brick arms, some of my rare just like misprints, my minifigure parts, because I have a bunch more minifigure parts that are very rare, just not part of full figures. So yeah, thanks for watching.